I was going to say I'll see you tomorrow, like I'm a daily vlogger, but I'm not. Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Neha, and welcome to hopefully what is a reading vlog. It is 18th June. It's around 10:40 a.m. 10:50 a.m. It is a Saturday. The whole of last week I was sick-ish. I was under the weather. I seems to be a stomach flu, and it's just put me in the biggest slump in terms of mental productive health of all time. There have been a lot of things going on, and I've just been feeling very down and out, and I just want to do something productive-ish today that I enjoy doing. So that's why the camera is out, and that's why I am hoping to film like a reading vlog, and I'm also hoping to film like the mid-year book freak out tag hopefully later on in the day. So I got the fan. It's too hot. It has started raining in Mumbai, but it's like raining on and off. So when it's not raining, it's like really humid, which is the weather right now. But yeah, that is that. I'm not in the best state of mind. There's just a lot of things happening in my head, and I need to shut them out. And I want to read for that, and I want to get into a book that is easy to read and it's not difficult to follow. I was currently reading Tomb of Sand by Gitanjali Shri. This is the winner of the International Booker Prize of 2021 and 2022, sorry, and I mean, it is the first Hindi translated novel to ever win the Booker Prize, so that's why I really want to read this, and I still want to read it, but it's very difficult to really get into it given the state of mind that I am in. So I want to set this aside for some time and hopefully pick out, and it's also a very chunky book, so I'm really not in the mood to read this. So that's why for today I want to set this aside and pick up a shorter book and an easier book to read. I have a lot of options on my shelf right now. I just last week I went to this thrift book fair and I did a book haul as well, which I'll link up above if you want to check it out. But I want to pick out a different book to read. I don't know which one, but I want to go and visit my shelves and do a little bit of a browse and pick out a book to read for this weekend, and hopefully it'll be a successful endeavor. So yeah, let us go. So let's just have a peek through my bookshelf. This is more of my classic shelf. Definitely not in the mood for this stack over there because they're all like older classics. Looking for more of a contemporary read, but I feel like these are also quite heavy for the mood that I am in right now. Maybe A Room with a View. Actually, let's keep this aside. These are more of the fancier classics. Yeah, okay, no, not in the mood for this as well. Definitely not. I have two of these books because I got a damaged copy. I need to send one back to the bookshop. The contemporary shelves, I've read most of these and this entire stack, and this half is also done. This half, but they're all too thick. Let me have a sit down. Oh, I might be interested in this one. Just hold on. Let me just put you down. Let's take this one out. Oh, no. Okay. Let's keep this here. We'll get back to you in a bit. Anything else in this stack? Oh, I just bought this one in that book fair, and it sounds like a really nice, chill, light read. It's emotional, it's funny, it's stunning, it's satirical apparently. Yeah, no, it's still chunky. Hello, it is now almost 2 p.m. I think. It's 10 to 2 and I really should eat food. But I was filming my mid-year book freakout tag. So I have been quite productive since you've last seen me. I finished one chapter of What Are You Going Through. I did my laundry. I dried my laundry, which is the biggest pain. I took a bath. Also, good job. And I filmed a video. So, yay. I think I'm going to post the freak out tag thing tomorrow evening, and then this vlog probably will go like during the week. I'm trying to do during the week uploads, though that not really, I don't really do them too often, but that's why I'm all dressed up. I put on a nice top, I put on makeup, I put on eyeliner, which I only do for my sit down videos. So yeah, I put on lipstick. I really like this shade actually. It's like a nice plum shade, and it's very lasting. So yeah, that's that. Now I'm gonna eat lunch and I'm gonna come chat with you later on. It is now Sunday and it is 10 a.m. This is day 2 of my weekend reading vlog. It is raining quite heavily. I don't know if you can hear the noise. And it has been raining for the past hour. So Mumbai monsoons seem to be well and truly here. So I am gearing myself for the gloom and the doom that it brings, because when it starts raining here, it's just so joyful because it marks the end of a really hot and humid summer. But then it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop for what seems like days, and after a point you are just looking for some sunshine. I'm not gonna lie, but for now I'm gonna enjoy it, because for now it's not too unbearable right now. So yeah, fun times ahead. What else is happening? So I am reading, like I mentioned. I thought I'll sit down and I will talk about the book that I've been reading, which is What Are You Going Through by Sigrid Nunes. I don't think I have, in this entire vlog, I don't think I have sat down and told you about the book, which is weird. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Now remember when I first said that I want to read a book that I can get fully into, I can get immersed into the story, and it is easier to read than Tomb of Sand, which is what I was struggling to read. Yeah, this book is about euthanasia. I'm not gonna pretend otherwise. This book is about the protagonist who kind of starts out like the collector of stories. Like, she just relays the stories of people that she meets on a daily basis, and then she goes and meets a friend who is terminal, and the friend asks her to stay for the ending few days of her life. She doesn't ask her to help her with like passing away, but she just wants company, kind of. And it is about euthanasia. I mean, I wanted a break from like hard, not exactly hard, but like tough reading. This is not an easy read. I am just gonna put it straight up there. I mean, I think the subject in the best of times is very complicated, and when you are in like a messy state of mind, I think it's even more complicated, and that's what is happening to me with this book. It is a short volume. It is a 210-page volume, and I am about 154 pages. So I have 50 pages in. So I'm planning to hold up for like an hour or so and finish this and come give you my final review. But for now, this book took a turn, you guys. I mean, it has really complicated themes, like I said, of euthanasia, and there is this other character who is the protagonist's ex, and he is like a fatalist. Like, he believes like the world is going to end in a few years or decades, and it is an absolute crime for adults to procreate in this world, because you are handing off to your children a world which is way worse that you have inherited, and that's not right for you. Again, I mean, I can't blame this thesis. I mean, of course, like, climate change is absolutely real, and it feels like we are heading towards something irreversible and something that will bring the end to humanity of sorts. But just, he is relentless with this. I mean, most people give some sort of hope, I think, towards the end of their spiel. He does not. I mean, it's just, it's really tough to read. I'm not gonna pretend otherwise. And the title should have been a clue, right? Like, it's what are you going through? It's not like, come. It's not a appeasing title, but then it's a very like attractive book cover. So I think that's why, I don't know. But anyway, that's the synopsis of the book so far. It is really simple language, so it's really easy to follow. I was struggling with Tomb of Sand because of that, because it's very like up in the air kind of language with Tomb of Stone, but this is like really ground level vocabulary, so it's really easy to read. The subject matter is a little disturbing, but it's going okay so far. And I'm not able to wrap my head around like giving more advanced critiques for this book, purely because it just turned out to be something else than what I expected. So yeah. Hello, it is actually much later on in the week. I actually finished that book the very same day that you of the previous clip, an hour or so later, but I needed a little bit of time to just like collect my thoughts before I gave my final review and final rating, and to mark the end of this reading vlog. But unfortunately, a little bit of time went on for a whole week. It's actually now Friday. Anyway, let's move on. So here are my final thoughts and reviews of What Are You Going Through by Sigrid Nunez. Like I said, this book deals with a very tough subject matter. It has euthanasia, it has the end of the world sentiment, and it has thoughts about friendship, about love, about life, and grief. So there are two different, very, very difficult themes that the book deals with, but I think what made it very readable is the language. The author doesn't try to be very verbose or very grand in the use of her vocabulary. So with that, in that aspect, it's really accessible, and it's really easy to read and easy to digest, even though it leaves you thinking about these questions that the book puts on about these, subject matters as such. So overall, I did really get into this book a lot. I read it in the space of a day, less than a day probably. And I was glad that this book gave me the chance to devour it in like one day. But would I recommend this? Yes and no. Yes, if you are looking for something that will make you think about the lessons of life, or the lessons on grief, and the lessons on love, basically lessons on a life well led, and what exactly does that entail, and of course the debate of euthanasia, which is complicated in the best of times, and let's not go where it goes in the worst of times. So, but if you've ever lost anybody to a terminal illness, then I think you will relate with this book a lot, because the protagonist's friend wants to leave, wants to end on her own terms, so to speak. But yeah, really, really good writing, and I am really looking forward to read the other book of Sigrid Nunez, The Friend, which I think was her bestseller, so to say. So yeah, I did enjoy this. It was a little difficult to digest when the difficult part started, but as I read it, it really made me feel, which I kind of needed at that point of time. So yeah, I'm going to rate this 4 stars out of 5. And do check it out if you're looking for a very thought-provoking read. So yeah, that's all. I'm gonna end this vlog here. I will see you next week, maybe, most likely. Do like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that. If you've lasted till here, it'll mean the entire world for me, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.